Hey again, 6:45 class. Sorry, my camera froze for unexplained reasons. Technical difficulties. Anyway, here we are in the Minuet in G, and we're going to start at the pickup. It's the end of measure 8, so really the pickup to measure 9. And we're counting and clapping here. All right, so I will give you 1, 2, and then we'll come in on that TT. 1, 2. T, T, ta, 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 half note. Ticka, ticka, ta, ta. Team ka ta ti rest. Team ka team ka team ka team ka half note. Team ka half note. Team ka ta rest. T T, and then it goes back to the ta ta ta, back to measure 9. So that's a good section for us to clap because it's got tas, half notes, ticka tickas, dotted 8/16, which I call team kas, and even a couple of little TTs. Of course, I would strongly recommend that you count and clap the whole thing, or at least all of A and B. You don't necessarily have to clap all the TTs in C and D. But please do count and clap this if you have not yet learned it or if you need a little refresher. Otherwise, let's move on now. So we talked about the rhythm. We've talked about the form. And again, just a reminder that every section is going to repeat. So you'll have the A section twice, the B section twice, the C section twice, the D section twice. And then at the very end, you see where it says DC al fine. DC stands for da capo. That means the head, literal translation. And that just means you go back to the top, to the beginning. And then al fine means that you play to the word fine, which in Italian is the ending. Okay, so it's right there at the end of that second ending. And anytime you do a DC al fine, you do not take the repeats. Okay, so just to be clear, the entire form of this will be AA, BB, CC, DD, AB. So when you do the DC al fine, you will not take the repeats. You will take the second ending at measure 8, and then you'll also take the second ending at measure 16. All right, so we talked about the time signature and the rhythm. We've talked about the form. Now I'd like to talk about the key signature and the notes. So we see in the key signature there's one sharp, it's F sharp, and that means that we are in what key that we all know and love? Yes, indeed, G major. Okay, but wow, Beethoven is giving us a ton of accidentals right off the bat, right in measure 1. In measure 1, that's really crazy. We have C sharps, D, C sharp, D, C sharp, D. So it kind of sounds like right away that we are in D major, right? The dominant. However, notice that in the pickup, the 1, 2 at the very, very beginning, that first C is C natural. So when you're playing this, you have to make sure to go 1, low 2, 3, high 2, 3. And then remember that C sharp holds through the measure. Any accidental is good for the entire measure from where it starts to the end of the measure. So that C sharp in measure 1 will apply to all of the C's in measure 1. Skipping ahead to measure 5, there is an A sharp. Now, many of you may remember that A sharp is played the same way as B flat, and in fact sounds just like a B flat. So I'd like you to actually just grab your violins real quick. We're just going to do a quick exercise in measure 5 with the B natural and then the A sharp. So we're going to go to what's called half position, and half position means that your 2 would be on, if you had a 1 tape, or if you do have a 1 tape, your 2 is on the 1 tape, and then 3 is on the 2 tape, then 4 is on the 3 tape. And 1 is just in the low 1 position. So measure 5 is going to go like this. You start with regular 1 in the regular 1 position. 1, and then you contract your 1 backwards to low 1. Then you put your 2 down on the 1 tape spot. And then at the beginning of measure 6, you put your 1 back on the 1 tape spot. This is what it says in your part. It says 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. It also shows that when you put your 1 down on the A sharp, you leave it the whole time. Underneath the notes, there's a number 1 and then a line. That's what that means. And I think you've all seen that before. So let's just try that together. Me first and then all of us. So measure 5. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. With me, go. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Good. So that's a good practice spot. We'll do that with the bow as well. And those are all of the accidentals in the A section. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our bows and let's do measure 5 with the bow, but without the slur just yet. Okay, so measure 5 and then the half note in measure 6. So go ahead and put your violins up. Start with regular 1, B natural. And now you're going to contract your 1, bend your finger back. Please do not do this. Don't do anything weird with your hand. Look, all I do is I just push my finger back. Nothing else is going to change. So, low 1. Now, I put my 2 down in my 1's normal spot. And now I push my 1 back to normal 1 spot. Let's do that together. Ready? Go. Again, go. Cool. Okay, now let's add the slur. So, 6 notes in the slur. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then that last note, 1, is an up bow. Okay? Ready? Go. Again, go. One more time. Great. I'd like to point out that you have this exact same pattern of notes and fingerings in measures 13 and 14. So we already practiced that. Yay. All right. I think you can handle the C sharp in measure 1. So now we're looking forward at accidentals in the B section. So as I just mentioned, that A sharp in measure 13, we just did it. It's the same as in measure 5. But in measure 14, we have a G sharp, okay? And it comes from a C natural. So real quick, let's just pluck that. C natural is low 2 on the A. And then G sharp is high 3 on the D. Woo. That's very far away. Let's try that again. Low 2 and then high 3. Woo! That G sharp is crazy. Again, low 2, high 3. Very dissonant. Let's try that with our bow. It's just separate bows for now. Low 2, high 3. That's what that sounds like. See how bent my 2 is and how stretched my 3 is? These fingers are super far away from each other. One more time. And now let's do them with the rhythm and the slur. So like this. Your turn. Ready, go. Nice. All right. And that takes care of the accidentals for the A and B section. In the C section, we have a lot of C sharps, and then it kind of goes back and forth between C sharp and C natural, so you got to watch out for that. Notice that in measure 20, the first C is marked C sharp, and then the last C goes back to C natural. So you have a high 2 and then a low 2. In measure 21, you have that A sharp again. So it goes B, A sharp, B, but then the last note is A natural. So let's take a look at 21. Actually, let's pluck. 21, B natural, so high 1, A sharp, low 1, B natural, high 1 again, then C natural, low 2, B natural, open A. So we'll do that all together. Ready? Go. B, A sharp, B, C, B, A. Okay, great job. Let's try that with our bow. First with no slurs, none of this crazy bowing. So just B, A sharp. Remember that's low 1, then back to B. C natural, low 2. Again, B natural. And open A. Okay, and in fact, we're going to talk about this bowing in a little bit, so don't even worry about the bowing right now. All right, last in the C section is measure 23, where we have a C sharp. I would suggest that you play that with high 3 on the D string. If you look at it, you'll see that above that C sharp, there is both a 3 in parentheses and a 4 with a flat in parentheses. So they're saying that you can either play this with high 3 or with low 4. Again, my suggestion would be high 3 because I think most of us are much more used to high 3 than low 4. So let's pluck that. The tricky thing about that measure is that you start, well, you don't start, but you play a G, which is third finger, regular 3 on the D. And then you have high 3, C sharp on the G. Let's just practice that. Regular 3 on D, high 3 on G. Again, regular 3 on D, high 3 on G. So the whole measure is on the D string, 1, high 2, 3, 1, and then high 3 on G, and then 1. So you have to both hop and extend your 3, and also hop your 1. Let's try that together. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, high 3, 1. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, high 3, 1. Okay, great. All right, and then in 24 we have a C sharp, but it's the same as the C sharp in the pickup to the trio. Now, looking at the D section, the D section also has a bunch of C sharps, and then in measure 31, we have an F natural and an F sharp. So remember that F natural will be low 2, F sharp will be high 2. All of us are pretty used to C sharps and C naturals, F sharps and F naturals. So now let's talk about this crazy bowing in the B and C sections. Excuse me, the C and D sections. In the C section, we have, if you look right at measure 17, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. And in fact, that bow pattern will continue throughout the entire section. So 2 downs and then 4 ups, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. Okay, just practice that with me, and I'm sorry, I'll be a mirror for you. All right, ready, go. Down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. Remember, your down bow is going to have to be pretty big, and your up bow is going to have to be pretty short, because you have 2 eighth notes worth of down and 4 eighth notes worth of up. So if you're not careful, you'll actually get stuck at the frog. All right, so let's try that one more time. Ready, go. Down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. Great. Okay, and then of course, the moment you get used to that pattern, Beethoven switches it on you, and let's take a look at the D section, starting in measure 25. Here, you have down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. And now you have the same amount of down and up. So now you have to do a little slower down bow and a little quicker up bows. Okay, let's try that one. This is starting in measure 25. Ready, go. Down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. And then, of course, in measure 29, you go back to the pattern from the C section. So if you take a look at 29, it's going to be down, up, 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 up. All right, my friends, so here's what we're going to do. Today, we worked on the form, the time signature and rhythms, the key signature, the hand frame, and a lot of the bowings. Rather than playing through the entire piece, which takes a really long time, I'm just going to play through each section once, okay, and by itself. Let's not try to put it together yet. So I'll just play through first the A section. And you're welcome to go ahead and play it with me, or you can count and clap, or you can sing and pluck, or you can just listen and follow along in your music. Okay, so this is the A section, just the pick up to the very first measure, measure 1, to then the downbeat of both the first and second ending is the same. Okay, so here's just the A section. Ready, go. Ending, beat 3, is the exact same pickup as at the very beginning. Now I'm going to go on to the second ending, beat 3, which is the pickup to the B section. Here we go. Ready, and... Again, in the first ending, beat 3 is the same pickup as beat 3 of measure 8, the original pickup to the B section. So the pickups will always be the same on the repeat. However, I'm going to go on into the trio. So this is the 3-note pickup to the C section, right where it says trio. 1 and go. And then the repeat includes the same pickup notes as before, which are also the pickup notes to the D section. So here we are going into pickup to 25. Ready, go. And again, same pickup notes to repeat the D section, or you can take the D, C, F, E, and A, and then of course you get the same pickup from the very beginning. I hope you enjoyed this practice video for the Beethoven Minuet in G, and I look forward to seeing you next week in your lessons. Bye for now.